I'm here at Allagash this morning for Myler Makes It with brewmaster Jason Perkins, and what are we making today?
Allagash White.
So working here, how many beers do you drink in a day?
This is the brew house. This is where the process for Allagash White starts.
So what's this first step we got here?
This is the mash mixer, and in here we take milled grain, milled wheat, and oats, and we mix it with hot water.
Okay, and then, so we're combining everything to start off, and then what's the next step after it all is together?
We transfer that kind of mash over to this vessel. This is called the lauter tun. And in this vessel, we separate the liquid from the solids and pull off what's called wort from the bottom of the vessel.
So you're kind of like straining it and getting a lot of the
Exactly.
solids out of there.
Yep.
And then as we continue along, we talked earlier, this is where we actually said start to boil it, which seems really weird for a hot beer, but you said
Yes.
It's not beer yet.
Yeah, at this point in the process is not beer, it's what we call wort, which is this sugary liquid that's created from the grains. But we are boiling here, and in the boiling process, we're sterilizing the wort, we're condensing it, and then probably most importantly, extracting the flavor from the hops that are added here.
Okay, so making everything taste like a beer a little bit more. And then, last but not least, the whirlpool.
Yes, the whirlpool. This is where we transfer over the liquid to this vessel and just use centrifugal force to separate solids from the liquid itself. So the liquid will spin in a circle, all the solids will kind of get forced to the bottom, and then we can pull off the clear liquid from the side.
Okay, so now that we have everything in the whirlpool, we have to add a couple things back in now.
For sure, we had two things here. Hops. These are hop pellets, so these are simply just compressed hop flowers. So we'll add this right to this vessel here.
And this is kind of just what makes a beer taste like a beer. It smells like it.
Correct. It's kind of like the spice of beer, if you will.
And then for Allagash White, you said was something special.
Yeah, the unique ingredients of Allagash White are coriander and orange peel and a secret spice, and those get added here.
Can I get the secret recipe before I go?
Absolutely not.
So we're still here at Allagash with Jason for Myler Makes It. Now we're in the fermentation room fermenting the beer, but what does that even mean?
Well, here's where we take that sugary liquid we created up in the brew house, we send it to one of these tanks and add our house yeast strain. Our yeast will take that sugar, consume it as food, and create a number of things, including alcohol, aromatic compounds, and CO2, which you
said we can see that over here.
Tank here.
So it's just bubbling away, kind of just releasing the gas, so nothing goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, so this is kind of like how when you make bread, you're taking the yeast and the sugar to kind of make that air. That's that same concept, and then we're making beer out of it.
Yeah, it's similar.
Now, how much will this bad boy hold?
That holds about 4,000 gallons of beer.
Now, if I do the mental math really quickly, that's 30,000 beers, pints?
Exactly.
I definitely cheated. I used a calculator earlier. Now, is this where you'd say all the beer, is this where all the beer in Allagash is?
No, if you think that's a lot of beer, come check out this room.
Okay, so what do we have here?
So kind of more of the same of what we just saw, except these tanks are so big they don't fit in the building. So the bulk of the tank is outside.
Okay, so we're seeing the bottom of it.
Correct.
I take it these hold a little bit more beer than those
Yeah,
ones?
about twice as much as the tanks we just saw.
So we have a lot of beer with all these behind us.
We sure do.
Does all the Allagash in the country come from here?
Yeah, every bit of Allagash you can buy comes right from this site.
Perfect, so what's the next step now?
From here, on to packaging.
Okay, we're still here at Allagash for Myler Makes It. We're in the lab now. I mean, you guys have a lot of stuff going on, but where are we at? What are we doing?
There's a lot of stuff that happens in here, but in a nutshell, we're just making sure that Allagash White hits all its specifications and every batch tastes exactly the way we want it to.
Okay, so we're just double checking before packaging?
That's right, now we're on to packaging.
Okay, so now that we did the quality control, we're on to packaging. Now, what's going on here?
Well, here's kind of one of the last steps. We have finished beer ready to go into a package, and so here we're putting it into the kegs.
And these go out to bars and brewery anywhere else around the country?
Across the whole country, yep, fresh Allagash White.
Okay, now, how much beer would you say you guys make a year here?
We made about 118,000 barrels of beer last year.
So a lot, just a little bit.
Well, it's a fair bit, but we're still pretty small compared to the big breweries out there.
Okay, so what's next? Do we get to taste it yet?
I think we're ready to taste some beer if you are.
I mean, you don't gotta tell me twice. We have the tasting coming up next on Myler Makes It. Now, can you guys toss a few of these in my car before we head out? So we're here at Allagash with brewmaster Jason for Myler Makes It, and today we made Allagash White. Now, how long does this normally take to get from the beginning to end?
About 2 weeks.
So it takes a little bit of time to really get a beer.
Takes a little bit of patience, yeah.
Now with this, Allagash White, where do we get the names for all this from?
Well, Allagash, of course, comes from the iconic river in northern Maine, beautiful place in the state, and that's what that's named after. And then white refers to the beer style. It's actually a Belgian-style beer that's been around for a very long time.
So white is just a style of a beer?
Correct.
So you guys were very original in the naming of this.
Yes.
But it's a great name. So before we crack this open, though, there's a tip that you gave me that I didn't know. You know it, obviously. So what do you have to do before you crack it open?
Yeah, so one of the characteristics of this beer is its kind of whitish veil that it has, the haze to it.
Yeah.
And what can sometimes happen in a fridge over time is those particulates will fall to the bottom of the bottle or a can. So a little trick is just to take it, turn it upside down, and gently turn it around for a few turns, and get that stuff back up into suspension.
Oh, okay. So don't shake it.
Nope.
Just slowly turn it upside down if you have like a bottle or a can. Like at a bar, you're obviously fine. But like just sit here and just do this?
Correct, yeah.
Until all the stuff goes. Okay, well that's pretty easy. And also, everyone, it says it right here. I've bought this a million times. I've never read rouse your yeast once. So do this before you go home and when you buy it. It's not that hard. Are we ready to crack it open?
Let's do it. Let's try it.
Got to pour it at the slant so you don't get too much foam.
There you go, and for you.
Thank you. It's a great day of work for me. I'm not going to complain. Cheers to our Allagash and Myler Makes It collab for the day. I'm not going to lie, I've had this a million times, so I know it, but there's just the orange, you can taste that, the coriander in there. It tastes all the different things because it is just, it's a classic. It's a classic in Maine. I'm sure you've all had it at home as well. Any last notes?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming.
Cheers to us. We're going to toss this back to all of you in the studio having to drink coffee instead of beer for the morning. So we're going to turn the cameras off. So I'm off the clock and enjoy. Have a good one, you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Lemon water.
Not
beer. Not coffee either.
Nope.
All right, up next, 5 things to know as you head out the door this morning. Don't go away.